right, folks. How we all doing? Here we are. We are going to share our dreams tonight. Let me turn the page here. Welcome to another 20-minute live tonight. Let's share what our perfect life would be if there were no obstacles. If there were no obstacles in our way. Are you ready? Again, for those that don't know, I am Klocke. I have owned and operated several brick and mortar businesses, and I have run a couple of rental real estate companies in Kansas City where my wife and I were flipping houses and redoing rental properties way, way, way before it was so cool as it is now, and they've made TV shows about it. We were doing it way before that. We were doing it before it was cool. So hi. I don't know if there's anybody on here. If there is anybody on here, shoot me a 1 or a wow face or something like that. That would be awesome. I'd love to see somebody on here. So other than that, give me just a minute. So I just wanted to throw a teaser out to my Facebook page, because Facebook page isn't going to get all of it. I just wanted to show them that that's what we're doing. And then I was going to turn them off. So goodbye, Facebook page. Facebook page people, if you want to be a part of this, go to the Executive Club Elite and join. All right. So, and then you could be a part of this. So we're going to turn them off and remove them like that. Remove. Yep. All righty. So now we should be live just in our group alone. So, well, hi, folks. We've done that. So I'm just going to get straight to the content. What would your life be like if you had no obstacles in your way? Get out a piece of paper and write it down. Do not hold anything back. What would your life be like? What would your dreams be like? What would you do? What would your everyday be like? What would you do when you got up in the morning? Where would you be? What would it smell like? Where would you be? Where would you live? Would you go to work? Would you be self-employed? Would your wife be with you? What would you do? Hey, if somebody's there, I just see somebody there, shoot me a 1 if you can hear me. I would love to hear it, and I would love to see who it is that's out there. And let me just do this real quick so I do have comments here. Somebody says, Sam, you're there. Okay, Sam and Lucas are there. There we go. Hi, guys. How are you doing? So what would it be like? Sam, what would it be like? For Susie and I'll share ours. For Susie and I know exactly what it would be like and what it will be like. I want not what it would be like, what it will be like for us. We live in a small home here on Lake McDonald in Dent, Minnesota. And here's what it wouldn't be like. I wouldn't be living here in Minnesota in the wintertime. I can guarantee you that. We would buy a very, very, very nice RV and something to pull it with. We would live here for the summer months because I don't know that there's anything more beautiful than Minnesota in the summertime and in the fall. And we would live here. And sometime in late fall, we would take off with our RV and we would probably go see some of our friends and maybe out in Seattle. And go see some of our kids for about a month. And then we would park that RV somewhere and we would get on a plane and then we would go rent a beautiful villa in Costa Rica and live there for about 4 months out of the year. And then we would fly back, get in that RV again and cruise up maybe the opposite coast and see some folks and come back here and spend the summer here. That is what we are going to do here in about 2 or 3 years. So, Sam, what did you say? You will be living in New Zealand, doing your cooking show and fishing every day. That sounds very cool, Sam. Awesome. Lucas, what are you going to do? Lucas, I know it's going to be musically oriented. I know that Lucas is going to do something musical. And I hope it's going to be playing music somewhere in Costa Rica so that I can come see you, Lucas. So, I want, oh, you will be living on a beach. Okay, cool. It might as well be Costa Rica, Lucas. And you might as well play your music on a beach in Costa Rica. And then we can just, hang out. I've watched so many motivational speakers. Costa Rica sounds amazing. We have been there, Lucas. We have been there a couple of times, and I tell you what, it is freaking amazing. There's so many expats down there. There's not a language barrier, which is really cool. Not that I'm opposed to learning a new language, but it's kind of cool that you don't have to. And actually, English is very much a second language to even the locals there too. But getting back to the content of this live presentation, so many motivational pieces, transformational speakers. Writing things down is important. You make things happen if you write them down. I mean, grocery lists, let's face it. Just start with a grocery list. If you write a grocery list down, you're going to get the groceries. You don't write it down, then you're faking it. And you're in the grocery store and going, ugh. But if you make the grocery list, you know what? You get that grocery list. You might get some extra stuff, but you're going to get the groceries on that list. You write down, you have a calendar. You make stuff happen that's on that calendar. Come on, you do. Everything that you write down that you take seriously and you hold yourself to, you make happen. It's just a fact of life. You write your name down on that mortgage that you bought. You make those payments, don't you? Whether it's hard or not, generally speaking, you're going to make those mortgage payments. Even when it seems impossible sometimes, you're going to make those mortgage payments. You make it happen. I know that there's been times in my life when I go, I don't know when. There's been times in my life when I don't know how the hell I'm going to make this mortgage payment. But somehow, Susie and I have made the mortgage payment happen. It's because we wrote our name down and we've held ourselves responsible to what we wrote down. It's important to write your dreams down. If you don't write them down, then you have no plan and they will never happen. Somebody help me out. Who's the Family Feud guy? And he's a huge motivational speaker. I can't think of his name. Oh God, what's his name? He runs the Family Feud now. Somebody tell me who the Family Feud. What's his name? Steve Harvey. Yeah. I mean, as he says, write that shit down. Write that shit down. I mean, if you hear his story, he's got a great story. And I mean, he writes every single thing down that he's wanted, and he came from nothing. And that is how he is. I've listened to a lot of his stuff, and if you want somebody motivational to listen to Steve Harvey. He is awesome. So make it a habit. I have really become really habitual about writing my dreams down. I need to get way better at journaling. I don't know if you guys journal or not. Does anybody journal? Give me a 1 if you journal. I'm horrible at it. Who do I got here? Sam. I've got somebody that says, nice job, Lee, and it just says Facebook user. I wish I would know who you are. If you go to steamyard.com/Facebook and just push give permissions, then I would know who you are, Facebook user. But Facebook user, you also gave me Steve Harvey, and I don't know who that is. So I would love to know who you are, Facebook user. But if you see the crawl along there, yeah, Sam, so do I. And I think that's all part of writing it down too, is journaling. And I need to get better at it. My weakness, there's a weakness of mine, and I do need to get better at journaling. But so that is my call to action for everybody that watches this. Oh, Leslie. Hey, cool. That is Leslie Rogers Jr. That's the guy who's the Facebook user. Cool. Awesome, Leslie. Awesome. Glad you're in. Glad you're watching. I'm going to give you a compliment, Leslie. I love your videos. So your call to action for this. What's FBU? I don't know what FBU is. What's FBU? I don't know what that is, Sam. Call to action. Call to action for this week until next week is write down your dreams. If you don't write them down, you're never going to achieve them. They're just wishes then. Facebook utter. I don't know what that means. So call to action is write down your dreams. You have to write them down. You have to write down your dreams. And we all need to start journaling. Me too. Also, and I'm probably not talking to my current audience, but people that are watching this in the replay, and there was a bunch of people that watched last week in the replay, please put hashtag replay in there and where you're from. And the folks that are watching it in replay that haven't signed up for your consultation, please go back, scroll back on the Facebook group page and find my beautiful wife and I pictures, and you'll see a link there. Just click it. There's 2 or 3 questions you have to answer, and it'll put you straight through to my calendar, and you can sign up for a one-on-one consultation. That's part of this group sign up, and it's not going to be a sales call. It's not salesy at all. Let's just figure out if there's something that you could do online. And I have lots of resources, and Lord knows I have lots of friends here that I'm talking to right now that I know that could put you in line for all kinds of different types of businesses that are going to start talking to us online here starting February 3rd. So that is your call to action. Those that are new, do that. Gosh, guys, I told you these are going to be down and dirty and quick. I don't want to waste a whole lot of people's time until we get to those speakers. I want to remind you, on February 3rd, we have Hustling for Excellence with the Persias. And I'm pretty sure they're really big into crypto, but they're big into a lot of different things. And it's going to be a very interesting conversation. I just got their bio questions back. Yeah, no, I did not get their bio questions back. If you're on here, Persias, you got 2 more days to get their questions back. After that, 2 weeks after that, I have Jonathan Plaransky, Mechanics of Money. And that is going to be if you've seen his videos, he's awesome. He's got great videos. I steal his stuff all the time. And then after that, I've got Senior Fitness with Russ the Rowdy Dog on March 3rd, I believe. And then after that, I'm a little bit iffy. I'm going to have to move them in March. If I get this part, I'm trying out for a part in a play for Colonel Jessup for A Few Good Men. If I get that, I'm going to have to move my lives to Friday for the month of March. So wish me break a leg for I've got an audition for a part on that. But other than that, if there is no questions, crypto I like. All right. I like crypto too. I'm kind of a little bit ignorant on crypto. I mean, raise my hand to be completely honest. I've got a Coinbase wallet, and I own some Dogecoin, and I own Bitcoin, and I own some Shiba Inu, and that's about it. How about this? Did you know that if you would have bought $2 worth of Shiba Inu on January 1st of 2021, on November 30th of 2021, you'd have been a multimillionaire? $2. $2. Doesn't that just tick you off? Anyway, hey, Russ, how you doing? So, Russ, you don't have to this time, but next time, because you're going to be one of my interviews, everybody say hi to Russ. Russ, you need to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and just push I allow permissions, and that way I'll know you're there. And so anyway, guys, that is all I'm going to do for this week. Write down your dreams, though, as God, I lost his name again. As he says, write that shit down. So until next week, on Sunday, I will be announcing next week's topic, but I'd really love to hear some of your guys' dreams next week. Actually, Leslie, let's hear what Leslie, are you still on here? Are you still here? How about Russ? Russ, share your dreams with us. Russ, if there was money was no object and location was no object, what would a day in your life be, Russ the Rowdy Dog? Give it to us. Lay it on us. I'll be asking you again anyway, but lay it on us. Are you there? Sam, you are using all kinds of like initials that I must be not cool because I do not know what RD exclamation means. Rowdy dog. Okay. Free of debt and free of worry. Was that you, Russ? Okay. Yeah, that would be cool. Pay the house off. Maybe you got your house paid off. All right. All right, folks. I'm going to close it up right now. It's 8:15, and I said it would be 15 to 20 minutes long. So I'm going to do that. Thanks, Lucas. Thank you very much. And next Sunday, I will announce next Thursday's broadcast.